Well, my career as a jockey started when I was about 16. I was apprenticed down at LUCRF for Ray Taylor. I quit school quite early. I did 2 weeks of year 10 and then straight away got into my apprenticeship. Took a year to become a jockey, doing my trials. I was a jockey there for about 2 years. I went to a couple of different trainers, Byron Cosmanis and Sue Yench. And then I just got a bit disheartened by it all and I gave it away for a couple of years. The highlight of my career was a few things. Just a few wins, like Maiden McLaren. She was a big horse in my heart, and I think we had about 5 starts, 5 rides for 4 wins and a second in a Group 3. And when I then had my full, the owners, John Chappell and all the other owners, actually gave me 10% share of her because she had continued on her race career. So that was a big highlight, was actually forming that relationship with that horse. And she was trained by Jeremy, and then the owners letting me continue on her success as a racehorse. It was, yeah, just a big buzz. El Diablo, who I still have in my paddocks now. I go riding on him, Alfie we call him. He was a hard horse to ride, nearly dumped me every morning, and as we know, El Diablo is the devil in Spanish or in Latin, and that he certainly was a devil, and he made us famous by dropping us down, me falling off of him down at the beach and him going swimming for an hour and a half, and so then to get a win on him was actually a highlight. I never had any group success. I was still because I was only apprentice for most of my career and only a senior for 6 months before my fall, I never really got big time rides or anything like that. So Bitski and the Country Cup, that was a huge buzz because the year before, I'd only ridden there the year before, and that's when I had a fall in the coma, and so then to come out and win on Bitski was a huge buzz. And yeah, just my first winner, like everyone, Common Seal at Streaky Bay. You know, little winners like that. There's always horses and trainers that you like to ride for, but there were the handful ones that, you know, ring in my memory, and they always will be strong in my heart. Yeah, my fall in 2003, September 2003, it was actually a big day. And then, yeah, the last race of the day was on Flaxen Fury, just this gorgeous, beautiful chestnut mare, and Ophelia, I think she was, having her second start. And yeah, we jumped, and she was a bit green. It was a green field, inexperienced race, and we just came around the straight. It was about the 300 metre mark. We got tightened for room, and she got pushed onto the rail. We took a few strides along the rail. I lost my stirrups, and the rail finally gave way. And back in those days was the aluminium white rails and held up by the big metal square. And so unfortunately, the rail gave way at that point, and myself and Flaxen Fury had basically the damage. That's where it was done, and it was on that little square plate. And yeah, metal and bone don't exactly mix well, and I lost my leg just below the knee. I was lucky to save my knee. The doctors did a huge effort to save my knee. It's only little, and I got a lot of skin graft skin, so I'm constantly maintaining my leg. It's not just an easy run, even after, you know, what is it, 13 years. But yeah, that was the day, and you know, I don't regret being a jockey. I loved it, but you know, that's the risk we take. And but you know, thank now to the Jockeys Association that's come in and here to help any jockey that are having a hard time, and I know that would help me at any time if I need it. Yeah, my boys Mitchell and Elliot. Mitchell's 10, Elliot's 8. The politest way to say it is they're full of personality. They're definitely, you know, they're in the room. They're gorgeous, kind-hearted children, but they're active like any other boy. They love their sports. They play soccer and basketball, and I can't speak highly of my children. They're just beautiful boys. I think the trust is very important for there's a lot of aspects in the racing industry. You have your very successful jockeys like your Damien Olivers and your Dwayne Dunns, and then you have the jockeys that find it hard to get those rides, but they're doing just as a dangerous job. So their livelihood is maybe not as you know, big as your successful jockey. So if they have a fall, they're going to find it harder to live and to get by. You know, we're a big family, and if we can help a family member out, why wouldn't we? Yeah, what I do now is, like I said, my boys are 10 and 8, so they're very independent now. So I was an at-home mum for a big part of it, but now I manage jockeys. So I live my career through the jockeys I manage. So I manage Joe Bowditch, Jason Holder and Siren Falk, and which is perfect for really an at-home mum. My hours are school hours, I can do the drop-off, I can do the pick-up, I can do excursions and things like that. So my job is perfect, and yeah, I'm so passionate about it because when my jockeys ride winners, I feel like I've ridden a winner. And my husband gets even involved, and so does my father-in-law. He rings me every day, so what rides your jockeys got today? And he'll even ring, God, you got a double today? And it's actually a bit of a family unit. So no, I'm very, very passionate about my job now, and so I'm passionate about being a mum and passionate about being a jockey manager. It's definitely a job for me. It's perfect for me, as I like to talk, as people know, and I love my horses and I love the form, and so hopefully I do my jockeys justice. I was a tipster for Sky not long after the fall, I think in maybe 2004, and they gave me the job basically when I was in the hospital after losing my leg, and the questions were, oh, what do you think you do now? Like I said, I left school when I was 2 weeks of year 10, so I'm not educated in anything, and straight away into horses. So the only books I had been reading over the last 5-10 years were the tab form, or the Best Bets book. It wasn't, so I was always going to find it hard to get a job, and I put it out there that I would like to get into media, and Sky Channel offered me a job. LUCRF Super, the name behind every Australian jockey.